Alright, so this is Tiblio, and it's an amazing online service that helps you find the best trading opportunities. They have multiple different screeners for credit spreads, bull and bear squeezes with a lot of trading activity, option sweeps to follow large trades and big money moves, and a lot more for your different trading strategies. There's a trading board so you can log all your trades as soon as you enter. You're gonna get real-time alerts sent straight to your phone and get a good idea of your percentage of wins and losses. You're gonna get access to fast market news on any stock, and that's valuable in itself. But the best feature is the community. Join the Black Girl Stocks Options Trading Discord group for my weekly watch list, trading strategies with entry and exit points for your trades, day trading and swing trading ideas posted throughout the day with AI technology, tips, and a community of over 300 options traders. So click the link in the description below to join today. If you haven't already tried out Webull, they're giving away more free stocks when you sign up and fund your account with any amount or transfer over. And you'll get $5 worth of any of these coins when you make your first crypto trade worth at least $1. So sign up with my link in the description below. If you haven't already All right, can you hear me? I think they can hear me now. All right, what's going on YouTube? This is Foxtail Digital coming to you again with Black Girl Stocks. This is our Sunday live chat where we're just going to come and talk about a few different stocks and options that we are looking into for the week. All right, so I hope everybody is doing well. Just give me 1 second. Let me post this to Instagram. Join us live now. You already know. All right, yeah, so we're gonna do that. All right, so yeah, I hope everybody has had a great trading week this week. A lot of good a lot of good price moves that we had. We ended up the week pretty bullish, even after the Fed meeting that we had that really took the market down. So I don't know if you guys got into that. So let's see. Oh man, Demi's in here. What's going on, Demi? I'm still waiting on my video, sis. I got the plays. What's up? What you mean, thirsty? Boris, North Carolina in the house. Jay Pitts, what's up? What's up, Raphael? Oh, Miss Mac is in here, ready to rock and roll. Are we gonna be looking at Ford this week? Let's see. Oh, and okay, first of all, let's go ahead and let's get into some things that we have going into this week. Let me go ahead and move this over here. Hopefully everything is set up right. I'm still on my laptop. I haven't gotten my my camera back yet, so hopefully they're able to get that fixed. So yeah, we're gonna let it rock. Now, next week, you know, we have the U.S. election, so that's already going to, you know, take a lot of attention off of the Federal Reserve next week and what we have going on with the interest rate. So make sure that you know, keep your eyes and ears on the market. It's going to get a little, you know, a little shaky next week, more than likely. Next week, we're also going to have our October CPI reports coming out from the month. And so what we're expecting is inflation is expected to have dropped from September to October. So if we get any information that's outside of what's expected, then you can expect some big moves. Okay, so we're expecting it to have dropped a little bit. So if we have anything other than that, keep your eyes out. What's up, Bobby Brown? Hey. Xavier Cunningham, I think CPI is going to be great. Let's see. Oh, Devontae. Okay, let's look at Google, see what's going on. Love you and everything you do for us. Thank you, Devontae. I love all the love and support as well. It means a lot. Now we have a few earnings stocks that I want to look at. We have, you know, some big earnings coming up. We have Disney, NIO, RIVN with their mess. I wish I had my sound effects, but we'll do what we can. And lastly, we can look at Tesla. So a lot of investors are kind of you know, giving Tesla and Elon the side eye. He's spending a lot of time dealing with what's going on with Twitter, you know, coming from having SpaceX, the boring company, Tesla. Now you worried about Twitter and what's going on there. You know, I think he tweeted something yesterday. What did he tweet? Something about you won't have to do extended tweets and stuff like that. It's like, Elon, like, come on, sis. Let's stay focused. Nobody's worrying about no damn Twitter right now. Girl. Anyways, so yeah. Oh, and also if you guys are here, make sure that you thumbs up the video. It really helps. Make sure you leave a comment. Okay, leave a little smiley face. Fox if you want. A heart, stock emoji. Just make sure you leave a comment and like. So let's go ahead and let's start with SPY. Normally we're going to start with one of the indices, and then we can get into some of the earning stocks. And of course, if you guys want to talk about a stock, just leave it in the comment section. What's going on over here? I'm trying to open this so I can change it. Okay, I'll worry about that when the time comes. Okay, so just looking at SPY from the daily chart, you already know how we're going to start top down. Now, we've been in an overall downtrend. What's been beautiful with this is that we've kind of been using the 50-period moving average as a little bit of, you know, a little mini support. We did break above it briefly back in August, and we still use that 200 period as a support. But one thing that's interesting is you can kind of see, you know, we have reached that support. We're kind of moving down a little bit. And if you kind of move your attention down to the MACD histogram, you know, I kind of like to see those histogram values decrease. Okay, so we've gone from, you know, check out this number right here. This is the number I want you to focus on, the histogram. Not the moving averages of the MACD, but the actual histogram values, these bars. Yes, you did, because I didn't get my video. So yeah, we're going from 3.37, 3.0 to, you know, it's dropping a little bit. And we also look at that. Looks like we had an official crossover, a few crossovers. We had an EMA crossover, my 5 and my 10, and we had a crossover with the 50 period crossing below that. I mean, it's looking pretty interesting. We were already in a death cross with the 50 period below the 200 period moving average, so we already knew we were bearish. If I was, you know, looking for entry for puts and things like this, this might be a great opportunity for that. So let's just move into the 4-hour chart really quickly. You already know I'm going to move, you know, do my top down method. I don't know. I really want to see, because the RSI is probably about a 50. In a downtrend, I feel like that's decent. I would prefer it to be, you know, a little bit higher, maybe at 60, you know, for my bearish entry. But I think we can do something with that. It may not be an entry going into Monday, like right at market open. I really want to see. So for me going into next week, if I'm going to, you know, really look for bearish entry. Oop, I haven't even drawn a fib. Hold on. I really love my fib levels. I don't have one on here. And I'm going to do something really short term. I'm going to wrap this up, you guys. I know sometimes I go long-winded with the technicals, but you know how we do. Yeah, it's there. It's giving. So we passed through that 23, and it looks like we're kind of tapping around that 38 and that 50 period. So in between that 373 and that 368. We've been there for a little minute. So going into next week, really seeing it cross below, what is this? This is that 373. If we get below that 373 and we hold that, it could continue dropping, okay? But I feel like we could also see it kind of move up a little bit, play around with this 379. You know, if it doesn't move past that, then I'm gonna keep it with my bears. Because a lot of times it plays around, you know, kind of play around real quick. It'll do it for a couple of days. You know how SPY does. But if it rejects and it keeps coming down, honey, and it comes through this 373, the puts are for me. Dang, I wish I had my sound effects. This man needs to hurry up with my camera. He's messing up my flow. Let me see. Can I do one real quick? No, it's not even hooked up. Just imagine that. all of that. So yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about SPY. Okay, wow, you guys are going crazy in the chat. Happy Sunday. Meta went up at the end. I was mad as beep. Yeah, you got to be careful with that Meta. I'm trying to get it to where I can edit this SPY. Hold on, you guys. Ooh, while I'm getting this set up, I don't know if anybody is interested in Drake, but this album really came at a good time for me. It's on repeat right now. My favorite songs are Privilege Rapper and something about distribution. I don't know. I love it. Okay, so let's get into it, you guys. I know we're talking about stocks, not music. So let's look at Google, Alphabet, whatever. Okay, you put so they have a lot of different. Let me do this one. I clicked the wrong thing. Hold on. Is that the right one? Yeah. Okay, let's zoom in just a little bit. Or, okay, yeah, oh my gosh. All right, so we can start at the daily. Now, this is really interesting. We've already been in a downtrend. But one thing is interesting to note. Now, this is very light. It's very light. But I like to kind of look at this histogram here. This is just, and mind you, this is all based on the impulse method. I've told you guys I'm obsessed with Alexander Elder and his teachings, child. This has been me. So just looking at that MACD, the histogram is becoming a little bit more positive. You know, a little bit of a turn up on the RSI. I really don't focus on that too much right now. And just looking at this last candlestick that we had, it looks, you know, pretty bullish on the close that we had on Friday. So let's move in just a little bit. Let me start this. I don't know why I always have to restart every time. Oh, wow. Oh, you know what? See, this is giving. It's already giving a downtrend. We had a recent pull up in price. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. I like to make it easier for myself. I always want to go in the direction of the overall trend. Of course, you can get pullbacks and make some profit with that, but you don't know how long it's going to go. When is it weak? When is it not? So for me, it's always been easier, especially with swing trading, just to go in the direction of the overall trend until I see, you know, a definite cross above, you know, a previous resistance point. So for me, that point will probably be around, ignoring the super trend indicator, it'll probably be maybe around that 95. That would definitely be an indication to me that we're definitely, you know, kind of moving out of that short-term downtrend. But for me, I still want to be bearish, even though we have had this little crossover here. I mean, it's definitely giving a little cute little bullish crossover. Look right there. That's a bullish cross. That's the MACD crossing, above the signal line. So bullish. Even with this, look at that histogram. Bullish, short-term bullish. So I mean, okay, let's do that. If you wanted to get into something cute, something short term, my entry is going to be this 87. So we don't have much for that, and we already had that crossover last week. But I mean, you can see it's done that before, and she used that super trend as a little resistance, and she kept moving down. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. The RSI is still slope. The slope is negative. She hasn't shown me too much. So that's pretty much how. Oh, let's draw a fib really quickly. Hold on, and then I'm gonna be done with this. I actually want to look at the option series too. Yeah, she's right in between two key levels, in between that 83 and that 89. So let's just see what she does. You know, if we can move above that 87 and get to that 89 and, you know, hold that, don't use it as a resistance, use it as a support, then that's going to be a great indication for bullish movement. But if we use that as resistance and just continue to bounce off like we've done before, she could continue to drop, child. I like that. Let's look at the options really quickly. Today is the 6th. Okay, so 11th. That's cute. Oh, wow. She has some really nice premiums. I'm gonna write this one down. I didn't pin whoever asked for this. Who did? Oh, Devontae, my favorite. Thank you, Devontae. Okay, so yeah, Google is really cute. We have some decent implied volatility, great open interest and volume, very cute premiums. So whichever way she goes, this looks like, you know, we can do something cute with Alphabet. So I'm still bearish. So we'll see what happens. Okay. So let's get into some things. Don't have time to tune in today, but I'll check on to hope everyone. Thank you, Devontae. Claudia Robinson. I'm a swing trader and have a lot of shorts and puts positions, so the bullish moves have been killing my. Oh no. You have lots of shorts and puts. Well, we'll see what happens next week. I mean, we looked at SPY, so you know, we'll see. Okay, this is from 410 Clout Kings, NVDA. Let's see what she's. Oh, I know you're lying. We have over 100 people in the chat, 48 likes. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I need for you guys to click thumbs up, show me that you love me and that you know that you support Foxtel. We need support. Now I'm looking at this. I mean, we can use this fib that we had from last week. Let's zoom out. Oh wow. I mean, just from, you know, kind of bringing it back a little bit. I don't know if anybody knows, and I haven't heard from him in years. There's this artist. Oh man, I messed up my fibs. Damn. I think it was right here. Dang. It was basically somewhere around there. I was pretty much just gonna say it looks like, you know, we're on the verge of a breakout here, a bullish breakout. But I don't know 100% where my fibs, where I messed it up. So I can go ahead and probably delete those. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely given a breakout. I feel like it's so abrupt, my breakout. But yeah, that's what it's giving right here. So this is really cute for NVIDIA, and even just kind of looking at the MACD here, our histogram looks like a, you know, a little bit of an increase there. So that's cute. So I like that. Let's zoom in a little bit to the 4 hour. Oh, wow. She is really trying it. We'll see, though. The RSI looks a little bit high to me. It's around 60. So for me, going into next week, I really just want to see more bullish movement. Honestly, I would prefer to see a little pullback. I know nobody says that, but I like to see a little bit of a pullback. If I'm bullish, I don't want to see my RSI too high. That makes me nervous. So I wouldn't mind a little pullback. But short term, I mean, yeah. Hold on. Just in this little area, we have passed above recent resistance. So, I mean, almost the past three. We're at that last resistance around 147. So we'll just kind of see what happens. But like I said, the RSI is a little high. So it wouldn't be terrible to see a little pullback. So going into next week, if I was going to be bearish and just maybe anticipating it coming back down to the 50-period moving average, which, you know, it usually tends to do, I'll probably have my entry around that one. And by this time, it would probably be an EMA crossover. This is the 4-hour chart. So I like to keep my time frame on the 30-minute, 1 hour, and 4-hour chart. Anything closer than that, I mess myself up if I'm not day trading. So I'll usually, if I'm swing trading, I'll keep it there. But yeah, I would like to see a bearish EMA crossover there. So that price would probably, and it would have crossed below the super trend. So that would probably be around 137. But of course, for bullish, it would be above, you know, that recent high. And that's a wick too, so it'll be 142. So those would be my limits for NVIDIA. But yeah, it does look like we're on the verge of a potential breakout. So just keep your eye on that. I mean, we passed above the 50-period moving average last week. And if we can come back up to that 200, that's 184. That's maybe a $40 move there. So it might take a little while. The RSI, you know, it's a little up there, but we'll see. So, yeah. I do have Amazon Call open though, but that's struggling, so I hope for a quick turnaround. There was something going on with Amazon. Oh, okay, that's what I want to talk about. So let's get into one of these earnings. Okay, so we have RIVN. They're going to have an earnings report next week. So let me give you the exact date. So they have an earnings on the 9th. What is that, Wednesday? Yeah. RIVN has an earnings report on Wednesday. Now, something interesting with RIVN, they had a deal going on with Amazon. So I think we're going to hear some more information on that. But just looking at where we are, same fib lines that we used the last time we looked at RIVN from up, a high point that we had back in September. It's still giving bear trend. Okay. Let's move some of this. Oh, no. I know this looks a little wonky here. It's kind of hard to see. But I was really looking at the MACD indicator. Yeah, it's right there. I know you guys can see it. So we've kind of been coasting this 23.6% fib line. So around that $31. We're right at $31.99. The price is just moving below the 50 period moving average, and we had a cross below the 50 EMA line there. So I'm still going to be bearish on this. My bearish entry though is going to be a cross below this line here, so that 31.60. So I would want to see a cross below that and see it use that as resistance. So that's going to be my entry for bearish position. Bullish, she's playing around right now, but it will probably be that 33. But it's really been playing around, so yeah. Just be. Oh wait, hold on. Be careful. This is an earnings play. Hold on. Yeah, this is gonna be a whole different vibe. So oops, the stock is moving so little you can barely see. So if I was going to do anything, and let's look at the options really quickly. Yeah, you can already see the implied volatility is already on her mess. 100. So if I was going to do anything, I might want to stay away from calls. And oh, I didn't change this over here. Shoot. I might want to stay away from calls and puts and, stick to the spreads. And because I'm so bearish on it, I mean, RIVN, they can do well, but I would probably have a call credit spread and maybe have something up here, maybe at one of the upper levels, so maybe around 36, a few dollars outside of a recent high. Or you can find the market maker move. You can use that, find that using Thinkorswim. I don't have it up right now, so I'm not going to even spend the time bringing that up. Or you can use Tiblio. So yeah, RIVN, they have an earnings report next Wednesday. And this is also their 1-year anniversary. They're a new IPO, so they just came out last year. I mean, you see we don't have much, it's kind of, yeah. I mean, she has been dropping since she came out. Unfortunate. Ralph Lauren also has an earning report coming up next week. Ralph Lauren, I don't know if I talk about it a lot. That's one of my favorite brands. You can really, you can usually catch me in a cute little Ralph Lauren piece. I love Ralph Lauren. You can thank my mom for that. But Ralph Lauren has an earnings next week, so make sure you keep your eyes out on that. Now, one interesting thing about retail, and this is one of the factors that they're looking at for, the inflation, how inflation is moving and how consumers are spending and saving, credit card spending and things like that. Let me take these off real quick. And so food and drinks are still high. So I know a lot of times when we're shopping and stuff, it's still high. I spent, every time you go to Walmart, it's about $100 here and there. Like, and nobody's, working at the cash register. I feel like I'm doing more work. I'm having to do the self-checkout and it's more expensive. Damn. But one thing that has lowered as far as nationally are things like medical care services, used car prices, and apparel. So those things are decreasing in price, and a lot of that has to do with them overestimating, how much to order, so they have a larger supply. Okay, now let's look at Amazon. I see we have an actual Amazon contract, so let's get into it. This is from Devontae is dropping gems. And then the next one we can do Meta and then Snow. This is Kels from NYC. So what's up, Kels? Shouts out to NY. I have never been to New York before, and I'm not sure. Oh, wow. I'm not sure when I'm going to get out there. When's the best time to visit New York for somebody who's from Texas? I don't like a lot of cold weather. I don't like all that. So when's a good time to visit New York? Beyond Meats, I have not, but I know that last week they announced that they're going to have their Beyond Steak. So I don't know if you guys are into that, but so yeah, looking at Amazon just back on the daily chart, I mean, obviously we've still been in a downtrend, but one thing that's interesting is in this pattern, are we at a low point? You can even see, oops, where are we? This candlestick here, it's not necessarily bullish, but as far as comparing it between this bearish candle and this bearish candle, it's a lot more bullish. Possibly a reversal. Who knows? So let's zoom in and see. Oh, wow. Yeah, even looking on the 4-hour chart, it looks like, we're kind of moving into a little crossover here with my price and the EMA lines. That's something that I would like to see. Lower RSI. So yeah, going into next week, if I was going to anticipate bullish movement from Amazon, I'm going to need to see it cross above. You already know what I'm going to say. It can cross above one of these candlesticks from last week, but honestly, if you want it to be safer, you can just say a cross above the super trend indicator. That's going to be about $96, but I know, I know me. I know if going into Monday, we start to see Amazon get cute, start going up to 93, 92, 93, we might go ahead and jump in there. But the best entry to me is going to be above 96. And then we can see how we, kind of react around this 101 level. So you kind of see last week or week before last, we had a little bit of consolidation around that level. And just to be realistic, I mean, we've been in a downtrend, like I said, so it wouldn't be unrealistic to see a bullish move up to that 101, see if we use that previous support as a resistance and continue down the dumps. Okay, so I don't like to get too optimistic and we've reached bottom and all of that. I'm not sure yet, so just play the market how she comes. Okay, I need to learn how to use the fib retracement lines. Yes, I'm gonna have a detailed video coming out soon. I have a lot of videos. It's just I've been working on so many other things to bring value to you guys. I'm gonna have it out soon. It's just your girl working late nights. Sometimes I don't get a chance to go to sleep. I wake up in the morning, get ready to get in the Discord, but when you do what you love, this is literally my everyday. When you do what you really like, just researching news articles, it doesn't feel like you're working, even though you're really tired. It doesn't feel like work. What's going on here? I don't. Spam. I'm sorry. I don't know who's going on. Blocked. I don't know. It's not for me to decide. Blocked. Okay. Can you look at Ford for puts? Okay, let's look at Ford. I know Miss Mac is gonna love that, honey. So let's see what Ford is talking about. I see what, girl, who asked that? Who's depressed? I'm sorry, if you are depressed, if you're feeling depressed, I would just say, maybe I shouldn't say anything. But I would just say, just listen to yourself. Talk to yourself if you need to. Because I know one of the worst things is if you feel like, you don't have anybody that you can talk to. It's kind of a lonely feeling sometimes. But I would just say, just talk to yourself and just talk it out, write it out. Ooh, one thing I can see looking at Ford is I'm seeing a little bit of a divergence. Look at this. So you keep seeing, we see highs. Look at the peaks. Pay attention to the peaks. The highs are getting low on our indicators. I want to say our highs are getting high, but really not right there. But we're having an increase in the stock price and a decrease in the indicator, so that's giving a little bit of a divergence. And every time, I always need a little brief reminder, and that's why I like to make these little cheat sheets. So if you guys don't already, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I have a lot of little cheat sheets on there that I like to go back to myself. That's why I make them. I make them for you guys, but it's really for me. To kind of go back and review. So let's just look at this divergence sheet. I'm going to have this on Instagram next week. So we have, oh my goodness, it says a bearish move. Look, I have it right here. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to have this on Instagram next week. So this is where I make them. And this is what the chart is giving. Am I frozen? Okay, no, you guys can see it. But yeah, we have a price going up, indicator going down. It's giving bearish divergence, child. So you said puts, possibly, and you can kind of see we've been coasting. We're at a little level right here, this 13.27. Actually, I mean, we're a little bit above that, but that's that level, that 13.27. I would need to see it cross below that going into next week. I need to see it cross below that 13.27. The MACD is already looking weak. RSI is dropping. I mean, her peaks are just getting as low as it can go. Okay, what is that called? Not hula hoop. What is the thing that you walk under? I don't know, but yeah, it's going down. So that would kind of be a little indicator for me crossing below that $13.27, because that's just one of my fib levels. But if you don't use fibs, you can use a cross below our 50 period moving average here. So that's 13.04. So I would say maybe a little 50-cent move is something that I would want to see for puts. How long have we been on here? 33 minutes. Let's do a couple more. Okay, another stock that has earnings next week, you guys, I want you to be on the lookout for is Oxy. Oxy has an earnings report this upcoming week, and let me give you the exact date. It's going to be on the 8th. So what is that, Tuesday? So check out for Oxy on Tuesday. Oops. The energy sector, and well, their implied volatility is decent. It's at 50, 56 and stuff like that. But the energy sector has been off the chain lately. So we'll see what happens with Oxy, Occidental Petroleum. I don't know what they did on their last earnings. Oh, hold on, let's look and see. Okay. So last earnings, I had a little bit of a drop. Okay. Oh, the earnings before that, she didn't do too much. And let's look at the one before that. She did a little piece. So I mean, it kind of seems like on the day of earnings, the day around it, might not get a lot, but it's been in an overall uptrend. So I will probably be on the bullish indicate in inclination. Okay. Okay, this is from Chosen One. When the Republicans take back the Senate and House this Tuesday. Oh, that's a little. Are they? Is that? Do you know that for sure? Watch how fast the stock market goes up. Pray for Republicans. Oh no. Okay, you said I should come to New York in the summer. Okay, well clearly, I'm not going to be coming there anytime in 2023. Thank you, because I know that's where the Timberlands come from. You know, all the cold weather, I'll stay away until summer. I like to get my rest. You say you never sleep. I need to get my rest. I've been staying up too long anyway right now. You said it's in the 70s. Who is this? I don't want to hear all this mess. Get out of here. Yes, it's definitely okay to ask questions. Disney's price to free cash flow is an abomination. Seriously consider buying puts on it. Let's look at Disney. They have their earnings this this week too. Let's look at Disney. Who else has earnings? NIO, they have earnings, and Rolex, whatever that is. So Disney's earnings are on the 8th as well. They have also been in a downtrend. It's looking pretty nasty for them. I mean, just look at the MACD. The MACD, she looks like she's ready to fall. Looks like it's developing a pretty strong bearish crossover. Our MACD histogram values have been dropping considerably lower. Okay. We've already looked at, did we look at Apple? Apple, that might be one of our last ones. Why didn't you put this Oxy option in here when we were looking at it? So yeah, I'm still going to be bearish on Disney. Now, as far as an actual entry, that's the question. So let's draw a little fib really quickly. Let's just kind of get into something. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. So last Thursday and Friday, she was messing around and she just moved below this 150. Okay, so we're right here at that 99 and fine. So let's see what happens going into next week. Long term, we've been bearish. So I want to see, even with earnings, what we do around this 100. I would love to see it use this as a resistance and keep dropping. It's been playing around. Look, I bet on Friday morning you thought she was going up. She said and she continued on her trend. So let's see what happens going into next week. For me, an entry, honestly, it would be better if it was maybe like 98, probably $98. That would just be a cross below, you know, some of these supportive candles that we had on Friday. So that's what I would want to see. I'm bearish on Disney. And I mean, just with their earnings, you might be safer doing a credit spread. So if I was going to have my spreads, I might want to put my limits, maybe run that 106, but just verify with the MMM, the market maker move, or just the anticipated move. I didn't look at any of those before the live, so my apologies for that. But so that's what I would want to see going into earnings for Disney. Their implied volatility is not too crazy. And they have some pretty decent put prices here. It's decent. Okay. What's going on? Acorn Ridge Homestead. Yeah, we have a lot of spam in the chat tonight. But I'm on it. All right, so the next one, let's just look at Apple. And then we'll do one more after Apple, and then I'm going to let you guys go. I know you guys have a lot to do, getting ready for the week and everything going on. Hold on. Oh. Hold on, you guys. I know this is crazy. All right, okay, that's cool. We have 93 likes. Let's get it up to 100. That's what I want to see. Okay, we can look at NIO too. So we'll look at, what did I say? Apple, something else. NIO, they have earnings next week, so we'll look at that. And Riot. Okay, Netflix, we can do Netflix. Let me write these down so I can remember. AT&T was a mess. I think we played AT&T on Monday in the Discord. Can I stay when everyone goes? You can do whatever you want to do. So let's look at Apple. We're going to look at NIO for earnings. One more, because I'm tired, you guys. And Netflix. Okay. Wow. So we can just use the fib lines we've been using. This is a very interesting place. So you see, we've been here before. Okay, this is nothing new to us. We've been here before. We've had some pretty strong support around this 134. So we reached this back. We reached this back in October, and we're here again with a low RSI. Does kind of look like the MACD histogram is increasing a little bit. So, I mean, if you want, you can look at that as an oscillator. So I want to see what happens going into next week if we continue on this short-term bullish movement. So for me, I mean, honestly, the best entry would be across above this 144. So that's going to be one of my important fib levels, that 23%. So 144 would be the best entry. But if you can't wait, then you can just probably use the, you can use a crossover with my EMA lines here. So that would probably be around 140 for the entry. But like I said, the best entry is going to be across above this 144. Best entry. But it's looking like it, you know, next week it could be a little bullish, so we'll see. But of course, obviously, if it crosses below 134, we're going to continue moving in that downtrend. But just keep in mind, we've used this as support before, so we'll see. Okay, next is NIO, and they have their earnings next week. So let me give you the exact date. I don't know if I'm going to go skating tonight. I'm so tired, bro. Look at her. Look at how she's setting up. See, I know you're not supposed to go to the 4, but it is what it is. We're already in a downtrend, already bearish on the stock anyway. After we see a little cute little pull up, I don't know. Is it going to, we have this cute little pull up. We're right here at this 11.67. So obviously seeing a cross above that, you know, it's going to look pretty bullish. I would like to see it move up to that 14 if that happened, but just keep in mind, overall downtrend, and we have this high RSI indicator on the 4-hour chart. So just kind of looking at divergences between time frames and using the different indicators. So looking at it this way, I would probably be, you know, be more prone to lean in a position going with the overall trend. So it would be bearish. This would probably be the best time to get into a bearish position. Just be careful. We have our earnings next week, like we said, and that is going to be on the 10th. What was that, Thursday? So it's going to be a little bit later in the week. So just be mindful of that. Let's look at the options. Yeah, see, she already on her mess. 120 120%. But you know, interesting with her is she still has cute premiums. So her premiums are kind of small. Some bad news about shutting down some factories during the COVID. Which one is this? Is that who was that had some factories? I literally just read that. I don't know if it was Tesla or was it Apple or NIO. Okay, and we're not on that anymore. I'm getting these comments late. Okay, so let's look at this Netflix. Any continued volatility on Tesla? Dang, you're throwing out a lot of stuff. I'm gonna pick one. You're putting out a lot of stuff in here. So we'll look at Netflix. We already looked at Apple. Zen we just looked at Apple, so you're just gonna need to rewind that. The last one that we're gonna look at is Netflix, you guys. So that's the last one, and then we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. Okay. Oh, wow. This is really cute. Okay. So we can, you know, just keep these fib lines we've had on there. It's fine. They don't need to be changed. They don't even need to be updated. Now look at where we are right now. Very, very important. We're at that 50%. We're at that 50% fib line. So a lot of things can happen here. This is on the 4-hour too. Oh my goodness. If you're looking on the daily chart though, I mean, golly, we literally just had, when was this? This was back on the 3rd. So last week we had a bearish crossover here with our MACD moving averages. MACD histogram is getting very bearish. So we went from 0.04 to -2, or -0.04 to -2, very bearish. So for me, I would probably say an entry, if I was going to look for a bearish entry, I would probably have it around this 258, this 50%, because if we continue in that trend, by that time we could see a cross below our 200 period moving average, and that's going to be probably around that 250. So a cross below 260 going into 250, then that's definitely, you know, an indication of continuing. But look, I don't know about that, because looking further back, I mean, it's really giving up trend. I know right now we have that, you know, that pretty strong pull back, but keep in mind we have been trading above the 200 period moving average. So that's why I'm saying right here at this 258, this is an important place. We could see a possible reversal here just with how low the RSI is, you know, so we could see a potential reversal. For me, a bullish reversal, I'll probably have my entry, and this is a little bit further off. The best entry is going to be around that 269. So, but you know, that's going to be a continuation of that trend. But obviously, you know, a break below that 258 is very, very bearish. So it's kind of in that hit or miss spot. I like to keep them on my watch list, keep my limits, using price alerts and things like that. So this is literally how I would set this up. Let's say, okay, I put out my watch list for the Discord group. This is how I would kind of prepare for that, because I'll put my target entry and my target stop loss. So you just right click, and it's easier to do it on the computer. As far as putting in the price alerts, it's easier for me to do it on the computer, because you can just go to the price and do it. But I'll just create an alert, and I would say below. So what do we say? 258. Doing this on live, baby. What's good? Oops. You thought I was feeling you? You thought I was feeling you? All right, yeah, 258. And so going into next week, once I see that price boom, then I go ahead, get my option contract, throw it in there. So that's, I mean, that's pretty much that on that. These prices are high. They're a little bit up there. Excuse me, let me see. Let me look at the delta. You can do something cute though. I mean, you can do something cute, maybe like a little 100, 200. You know, delta about 20. You can do something cute. I wouldn't hold it too long though. The theta is like double what the delta is. So always make sure when you're getting swing trade positions for my swing traders, make sure you check out that theta. If that theta is higher than the delta, it's giving day trade. So, okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. Okay. You guys have been troopers. I hope that you have an amazing trading week next week. Remember, we have, you know, the elections coming up. We have more Federal Reserve increases, 75 points. We have the CPI data coming out next week, so it could get nasty. If I had $5,000 to play options, where would I place my order and why? Of course, you already know I'm going to diversify my portfolio. So if I have $5,000 and I was doing it right now, I would want to decide on a type of setup that I'm looking for. So whether I'm trading reversals or if I'm going to do breakouts, those are some of the things I want to look for. And honestly, you could just trade options on SPY. SPY and different ETFs around the, you know, like the short ETFs or the, what are they called? Ultra Pro ETFs, the 2X, 3X ETFs. You can do those, or you can just focus on the best and the worst sectors of that week or month. So I might look at like, hold on. Can I do it on here? Markets. So, okay, you can go here and you can say, okay, over the past month, the highest and the lowest sectors. So I might do calls and puts on those, or just look at the top stocks there. So that's something that you can do. Yeah. So if I have 5,000 just to start, that's what I would do, and also have a very tight risk to reward plan. So only risking maybe 20%. Cutting losses at 20 or 30%, 10%, whatever. I would just have all that planned out. Disney looking good for calls. So yeah, thank you. Enjoy. All right, thank you 410 Clout King. So yeah, that's pretty much where I would, you know, go if I started with 5K. So all right, you guys. So yeah, be safe going into this earnings week, going into elections, and I'll see you guys on the next video. All right, you guys. Toodles.